Hello friends at home. In this video I will be going over your Chapter 7 religion test. We are all sitting here in the classroom being very, very quiet because during tests we do not talk. You should find your test in your white folder. Friends here in the classroom, I passed them out. Please make sure the first thing you do is always the same. You take out your pencil and write down your name. Remember, we are working on uppercase letters at the beginning of our name, lowercase letters for the rest of our name, and we're trying to use our best handwriting. Beginning next week, we'll be working in our handwriting books, so I should start to see your handwriting getting better and better. So on this first part, we're going to be connecting the different parts of the sentence. And last week I helped you with the first two, and I think that really made a difference because it was a lot less confusing when you were trying to match up the different parts. The other thing that I want us to do, we're going to circle before we draw the line. That way, when you're connecting, you know you're going from circle to circle or from triangle to triangle or from square to square. Because sometimes I think you know the right answer, but when you're going along, you get confused and you stop at Taco Bell or the pet store, and then you end up at the wrong destination. So, the first sentence here says, Jesus said to love God. Did he say to love God can help us pray? Did Jesus say to love God good and holy? Did he say to love God live forever? Did he say to love God with your whole heart? Or did he say to love God love yourself? Raise your hand if you know. I'm going to help you with this one. He said to love God what? Austin? With your whole heart. So I'm going to put a square around Jesus said to love God. And I'm going to put a square around with your whole heart. And now I'm going to connect the two squares. So you go ahead and do that too. That way it helps your eyes know where you're going when you're drawing that line. Okay? And I'm going to do the second one with you too. That way you'll be sure you know what we're doing. It said, Jesus said to love others as you. Did he say love others as you can help us pray? Did he say love others as you good and holy? Love others as you live forever? Or love others as you love yourself? What did he say, Victoria? As you love yourself. Okay, so I'm going to put a triangle around Jesus said to love others as you. And I'm going to put a triangle around love yourself. Love others as you love yourself, right? And then I'm going to connect the triangle. So from triangle to triangle. Okay? For number 3 now, we're not going to share the answer. You're going to do this one on your own. I want you to do a circle. So put a circle on number 3. And it says moving our bodies. Remember we did your grace is enough. Moving our bodies can help us pray. Moving our bodies good and holy. Moving our bodies live forever. If you think moving our bodies can help us pray, circle can help us pray and connect them. If you think moving our bodies good and holy, circle good and holy and connect them. And if you think moving our bodies live forever sounds right, then circle live forever and connect them. And now we'll go on to number 4. For number 4, I would like you to put an X on the dot. It says prayer helps us to be can help us pray. If you think prayer helps us to be can help us pray, put an X here and connect your X's. If you think prayer helps us to be good and holy, put an X here and connect your X's. If you think prayer helps us to be live forever, put an X here and connect your X's. And now the last one should be kind of a gimme for you because you should only have one choice left on this side. So for the last one, it says, if we love God and others, we will. I want you to put a heart, and how you can draw a heart. If you start at the dot, and you go up, around, and down, and then the other way, up, around, and down. It'll make a heart. If we love God and others, we will can help us pray. If you think that sounds right, put a heart and then connect your hearts. If we love God and others, we will good and holy. If you think that sounds right, draw your heart and connect your hearts. And if we love God and others, we will live forever. If you think that sounds right, draw your heart and connect the hearts. Okay? I think that probably made it a little bit easier for you connecting, doing the shapes. I hope we'll see when I grade it. But now let's move down to the next part. It says write the letter of the missing word in each box. Now every year, and I've been teaching first grade now for a lot of years, and every year that I've taught first grade, somebody does this wrong. So I need you to pay really good attention so you don't do it wrong, okay? Number 1 says, heaven is blank with God forever. If you think heaven is love with God forever, put an A in that box. If you think heaven is holy with God forever, put a B in that box. If you think heaven is people with God forever, put a C in that box. Or if you think heaven is happiness with God forever, put a D in that box. So if you think the answer is love, you'll write the letter A. If you think the answer is holy, you'll put the letter B. If you think the answer is people, you'll put the letter C. Or if you think the answer is happiness, you'll put the letter D. Okay? So every year I have somebody that writes like the first letter of the word. That's not what I want. A, B, C, or D is what you should be writing. All right, let's look at sentence number 2. It says, to be blank means to be like God. So when we're being like God, what are we being? If you think we're being love, put an A in the box. If you think we're being holy, put a B in the box. If you think we're being people, put a C in the box. And if you think we're being happiness, put a D in the box. Number 3 has 2 parts. So we'll do the first part and then the second part, okay? So it says, God made us to blank him, ourselves, and other blank. So did God make us to love him? If you think he made us to love him, put A. If you think he made us to holy him, put a B. If you think he made us to people him, put a C. And if you think he made us to happiness him, put a D. So God made us to blank him, ourselves, and other what? Other love, put A. Other holy, put B. Other people, put C. Or other happiness, put D. Victoria, you have a question? Oh, no, don't tell the answer. Write it down, okay? All right, friends, when you are finished filling that in, go ahead and turn your paper over. And on this side, I'm going to read you the sentence, and there are 2 choices after each sentence, and you are going to circle the best answer, okay? So number 1 says, we were created to be like blank. If you think we were created to be like God, circle God. If you think we were created to be like our friends, circle our friends. What does the Bible tell us? We were created to be like God, or we were created to be like our friends. Number 2 says, God made us to be blank. Did God make us to be strong, or did God make us to be good and holy? If you think he made us to be strong, circle strong. If you think he made us to be good and holy, circle good and holy. Okay, let's take a look at number 3. Number 3 says, God made us to be happy with him forever blank. Did he make us to be happy with him forever in heaven or on earth? If you think God made us to be happy with him forever in heaven, circle in heaven. If you think God made us to be happy with him forever on earth, circle on earth. And number 4. Elizabeth Ann Seton is the first saint born in blank. If you think she was the first saint born in America, circle America. If you think she was the first saint born in Italy, circle Italy. Elizabeth Ann Seton is the first saint to be born in America, or Elizabeth Ann Seton is the first saint to be born in Italy? You decide. All right, Mother Seton, who Elizabeth Ann Seton became, Mother Seton started the Sisters of Mercy or the Sisters of Charity. If you think she started the Sisters of Mercy, circle Mercy. And if you think she started the Sisters of Charity, circle Charity. And when you are finished circling your answer for that one, we'll look here at the box. It says, draw or write about one way that you can be good and holy. We know that we are called to be good and holy. How can you do that? Draw or write one way. We've talked about many. Draw or write one for me. If you're here in the classroom, as soon as you finish this, turn it into the green basket. And if you are sitting at home, as soon as you finish it, stamp a picture of both sides and upload it so that we can get your grades in the grade book. Bye, friends at home.